What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how minimalism and the gaming culture is impacting the advertising business and programmatic. Unless you guys are delusional or you're completely out of touch with reality, you know that gaming is huge in 2025. If anything, it's going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. And here's why. We find ourselves living in a culture in the United States and the West that is very lonely. We're more connected than ever now, but we're more lonely than ever now, which is insane to me. But hey, it is what it is. So what this is doing is it's making people less social. People are not going out. People are not going to bars anymore. People are not going to clubs anymore. We know all these things. So what are these people doing if they're not going out, if they're not spending money? It does not mean all of these people are broke. No. In fact, a lot of gamers, I'm noticing, they're rich. They got a lot of money. And I'm sure a lot of you kings that are watching this stuff, you got money because all you do is play video games. You don't go out and you don't spend money. So that means you're able to save a lot of money, especially if you're not married or if you don't have kids. You're loaded right now. Outside of like playing video games, you're going to work. You're on your grind. Probably the other thing that you're doing outside of that is going to the gym to work out. Most of the guys that are making good money in the West, that's all they're doing. They've completely detached or disengaged with the culture and society. There are several reasons why this is happening. These same guys are resorting to minimalism as well as playing video games. If you need to get the attention of these guys now in 2025, your messaging and your branding and your brand commercial need to be in the same place where these guys are putting their attention, which is video games. Currently, I'm exploring some really creative ways of targeting these audiences. What I'm talking about is coming up with creative programmatic strategies that will entice this audience segment that is hard to reach, that is hard to sell to engage with these ads. You can be blasting commercials to them all day long. If they're not engaging with your ads, then you're really wasting a lot of money. And I've seen this. I've seen a lot of advertisers, they're buying audience segments and they don't do anything more creative outside of buying audience segments. And I think that's a missed opportunity. There's so many cool ways that you can start to run your ads, whether it's connected TV, in-app commercials, or brand sponsorships within the games. I don't know, there's so many cool ways of inserting your brand messaging within the video games. And I think if it's done the right way, you will get a lot of engagement with your commercials or your ads and make more sales and get more brand awareness and get a lot of eyeballs on your product or services. Speaking of minimalism, this is a trait that most men have. Most men are minimalists. Even though I'm married and I got 2 kids, I'm still a minimalist. If you ever get to know me like that, you will notice that I don't like to own stuff. In fact, during my travels, and I travel a lot nowadays, I go to different parts of the world, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I value traveling and experiences over, say, buying a shiny $100,000 BMW. The experiences that I gain from traveling and meeting different people, it's very enriching. It's very rewarding for somebody like me. But if I was to buy a shiny $100,000 car, I'll be bored of that car in like 3 months. After 3 months, I'll be like, oh, this thing is annoying. Now I gotta take it for service. It's a headache. It's a headache. I don't like dealing with stuff. I like to be as minimal as possible so I can focus on my purpose. It's all about chasing purpose. All this other stuff is just fluff, in my opinion. If I want a nice shiny BMW, I can rent that. I can go to Turo. Ever since I discovered these apps in different countries that I travel, and I've been to plenty of countries, and each country has their own version of Uber now. There's certain countries where Uber cannot compete, because they have local versions of the Uber that is much better than Uber. So ever since I discovered these apps, that's all I use every time I travel. What do I need a car for? Even in this country where I also reside, I don't have a car. What do I need a car for? I work from home. All I need is the best 5G Wi-Fi, and I rarely go anywhere. And when I do go certain places, I got an app for it. I don't have to deal with taking my car for service, tire changes. I did all that for like a decade, and that stuff was annoying. And paying car insurance, oh my goodness. I tried for like 3 years straight to get like a better quote on my insurance, and I couldn't. And every single year, it doesn't matter what kind of new policy you get, and it doesn't matter how many insurance agents you talk to, those rates never go down. So I just gave up. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna sell my car, get that cash out, and travel with that money. When I last paid for my car insurance, it was about $180. And my car is like a 10-year-old car. Why am I paying $180 for car insurance on a 10-year-old car? Explain that to me, guys. $180 goes a lot further whenever I travel in different parts of the world. So I prefer to save my money than spend it on material things that bring me headaches. And I see the same behavior in a lot of young men, because I consume a lot of content nowadays. I consume so much content so that you guys don't have to. And I watch the conversations that happen in comment sections of certain videos that are put out there. These young guys, they have the same mindset. And again, it's not that they're broke. No, these guys have got money. A UPS driver that makes about $85,000 a year and doesn't have kids and doesn't have a wife, that guy can live in a $10,000 camper and pocket the rest of the cash. So at the end of the year, that guy could be sitting on like $50,000, $60,000 cash. So outside of his UPS uniform, he might have gym clothes. That's the only thing he has. He's got gym clothes and his work uniform. That's all he needs, because he doesn't go anywhere. What does he need to buy fancy outfits for? Because he doesn't go anywhere. He just plays video games. And the other trend that I'm noticing is there are a lot of guys that are making money in these video games. So video gaming has become a full-time job. This is not a secret. This is not anything that is new. But now, because there are no jobs out there and nobody's hiring, there are more and more of these young men that are resorting to just playing video games full-time and earning a decent living. Actually, a very good living, because there's always some rich guy, let's say in Texas, that doesn't go anywhere and he likes to just buy cool virtual products, in these video games. It's a status and hierarchy thing in the gaming culture. If you have enough money, you can purchase a weapon that is exclusive, that is rare, and you can purchase that in a virtual world. And that's how a lot of young men are preferring to spend their money. So this had me thinking, there's got to be a cool way that advertisers can leverage what is happening right now and be able to put their brand messaging in front of this audience segment that is hard to reach, that is hard to convince to spend money. I'm already coming up with some really, really good strategies, programmatic strategies on how to target these guys, how to make sure these guys engage with your commercials. If you're ready to work with the best, schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Once we come up with a really, really good strategy, my team and I are going to activate those campaigns for you in our DSP. Talk to you soon.